Hello, welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Seesaw or Chris, and today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV in 2024. We are doing an MSQ live stream, and we are just hanging out, I guess. Doing a bit of an afternoon stream. Afternoon for myself. I know it's later in the day for some other people. We'd done the morning stream the last few times, and it seemed like a good thing to switch it up. I've been very busy lately and haven't been able to do any of the vote for when the stream should start. But typically we bounced between either the 10 a.m. or the 1 p.m. Time, so I try to stick to those. Looks like we have a lot of people in chat. We've got Jasandi, who's also in-game. We got Zakaru, Irku, Branson. Look at everyone just waving. Great to have you all here. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear the game. Hopefully we don't have any technical issues. Oh, you can see I got this lovely mount from the most recent... I don't even know if it's the most recent event anymore, but one of the recent events. It seems like there's like a time of year where there's just like back-to-back events in like all games. But yeah, a few people were DMing me about this in the Discord. They're like, Seesaw, it's like literally a few quests and you get a sick mount, so happy to have it. But yeah, Jamie Ice T's here as well. Says, you know, you can hear me. Nice to see you, Jamie. Oh, you said evening all or equivalent time zone. So you're one of the evening people as well. I see. Perfect. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's see how far we can push. All right, Ishtola says that was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there is any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? Oh, and look at that, we got an Aether Current too. Alright, Yashula wears a haunted expression, Emmett words having clearly found their mark. So, for those who weren't in the most recent stream, we did the dungeon here, and then Emmett kind of gave us some backstory to some of the paintings, the cave paintings depicting some of the characters we've been seeing on the walls and stuff like that, and it clearly rocked a lot of people in our little group here. So we're kind of, I'm gonna guess, gonna deal with the you know, their thoughts on that. It's kind of where I'd assume this will go, but we'll see. Yurko says that was the last event that ended on the 2nd. The current event is the Final Fantasy XVI crossover. Okay, I thought there was another one going on. There seems to be one going on all the time around here. Which makes sense. I think it's very typical, like I say, of this time of year. The recent events plainly warrant further discussion. I think it is best that we wait until Alphino and the others are present. Emmett included. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fanao and make certain of the Umurian's withdrawal. After that, Slitherbow, the Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Oh, right, I guess we vanquished the Light Warden. So, assumably, we're pretty close to done with this zone. Although there's still a fair bit of area that needs to be discovered, so we'll see. But we will teleport back, because I am that lazy. Jazani says, keep them coming. Is that about the events? I'm a pretty big event person too. I mean, it depends. If there's like if I'm grinding endgame gear and stuff, sometimes it can feel like, oh, I need to do the event and fit it in. But certainly between like major patches or leading up, you know, at the end of an expansion or something, I think events are super exciting. For the new event, you get a puppy. Oh, like a minion puppy, I assume. I don't know if that'll... The mount was enough to push me over. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll do it. A puppy does sound cute. I'm more of a cat person, though. I don't know if I've ever said that on stream. I've probably made a bunch of haters right here, right now. But I am more of a cat person. I guess I've talked about my cat, Dash. That's where the Chocobo's name comes from. But he died like 6 months ago now. But I had him like since I was a kid, and he like stayed at my parents' house and stuff like that. So I wasn't directly living with him, I guess, for the last few years, but I've always been more of a cat person. So he died at, you know, an old cat age. It was a, you know, a normal cat's life. He had a good time. Oh, yes, yeah. People are against me already for coming out as a cat lover. Oh, sorry to hear about that. Honestly, I'm also a cat person. There, okay. We got some dog people, some cat people in the chat. I like it. And thanks, Yuriku. All right, you are returned and unharmed, I see. Well, there you go. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in a large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater should make such difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the V's, our forebearers, and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. Oh, look at their little symbol. I like that. Look at their little smile. Job well done. There we go. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Quintana Raval proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty, and decreed by the late as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. As long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. They're like, business as usual? Yup. Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherbow shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Element. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. I kind of like leaving it where I do a main activity like a dungeon, and then I come back to the celebration talk. It's like I've already done so much in the stream, and I'm just really, you know, digging into the rewards of past Seesaw. So it's kind of nice to do it that way. Oh, sorry to hear. Jasani says my puppy passed this year, so I feel for you. Oh, that's sad too. I mean, that's the hardest part about having a pet is like knowing that one day you're gonna deal with that, right? That's what it is. I'm sorry to hear that, Jasani, though. Oh, Jasani's riding the mount you get from the new event. Wait, you get a mount? Oh, is that what you said? Not a. Oh, I see. And the puppy. Look at that. So clearly Jasani's done the event. He's got everything. And we're gonna teleport. We're just teleporting everywhere today, apparently. Walked right into the little creek by accident. All right, let's see what Runar has to say about the night sky.
Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
Oh, nice voice acted one.
Don't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
Hopefully they left.
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky.
Nice. Though I really doubt this is the last we'll see of them.
The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes.
Oh, look at that.
sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering.
It's such an interesting, like, device that we're fighting against. Like, you never really consider the sky. I guess you take it for granted, right? Like, yes, you sometimes appreciate beautiful sunsets, sunrises, you know, full starry sky and stuff like that. But you don't understand how detrimental it would be if it was just the same every single day, no matter what. Like, that does sound like such a level of evil. And it's, you know, not something that's played with too frequently.
In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right.
Oh, okay, good suspicions.
You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
That's what they say about us.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong. But we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say. Please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
A feast is always a good time.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path.
Oh,
and the
so
same
she
fate.
is coming with us. Okay. I was curious. I assumed she was going to join us like everyone else we'd visited, but she seemed the most entwined with where we found her versus, you know, a lot of the other ones were kind of ready to join us right away.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we would hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Oh, and then they've got their little symbol. I like it. Oh, our ghost friends watching us? And I think there's more to do with his story than what has happened so far. He's kind of been tagging along and providing some lore, specifically in the last zone. Oh, that's a sweet weapon. Look at that. Very cool. Just a little bit of flames on it. Look, like the blade's as long as I am. It's longer. That's spooky. Out of the woods. I assume this is us leaving here. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Planetarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. All right, let's see what secrets there are. But yeah, I'm interested to see kind of where the story goes next, because certainly at the onset of the expansion, it was very clear we were going to go to these different zones and find our friends and talk to them and see what they've been up to. But now we've kind of done that, so it's interesting to see where we go next. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Ranka Falls, I fear they proved true, and so I must share them with you. From the first, when we met at Fort Gone, your aether appeared tainted, suffused with an abundance of light not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Wardens, I feared the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Haydn's blessing. Rather, it was absorbed into your being. Urianger also suspects as much, though he's unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. That's what we call a throw under the bus, Y'shtola. Just like, he knew, he just hasn't said it. This quest is the halfway point. Really? All right. Like the halfway point in for the expansion? As in, oh, sorry. As in, this is the first quest, the second half of the expansion. Okay. Wow. I would have thought we were further than halfway, but I feel like I say that every single expansion. But yeah, there you go. There you go. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray and inform me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I've sorted my things here, I will join you. That's fair enough. Love! Hi, a little late, but glad I made it. Glad to have you here, Love. Thanks for joining us. A bit of a different time stream than our last couple, but it seems like we got quite a few people in chat. Always great to see you here. Where are we off to? Out of the woods. Oh, we're literally just slightly walking away. Slightly walking out of the area that we're currently in. We can probably mount here. Yeah, I guess we can. Do. All right. Yeah, I guess we're just waiting for our friends. I'm gonna miss the music of this place the most, I think. Though you could say that about a lot of the places I've been. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbow remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who are poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky return, their prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I do not deny there is part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years, I have lived with the blessed, learned their culture, and even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honor to it. It's crazy to think of how long they have been here before we found them, with how time works. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Planetarium. I wonder how long we're gonna have been here, like, by the end of the expansion. Because, like, are we gonna come back and, like, a lot of the people who didn't come, like Lise and stuff like that, are they gonna be, like, much older? Like, is that something that's tackled in this? Because that seems like a very big change, but it would be cool to have happen. I could see them going either way on it, honestly, but we are going back to the Planetarium. Boo doo doo. All right, nothing quite like some Saturday MSQ vibes, am I right? Pretty chill. It's been like so hectic at work that like just having a day where it's kind of chill is just, it's so nice. I slept in a bit as well because we had the later stream. It's good times. It's good times. Right, let's talk to Y'shtola. All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphinaud and Alizé have yet to arrive. But where is the Exarch? My friends, 'tis good to see you all again. Oh, well, there's a couple of the people we were looking for. Alphinaud, it has been too long. Oh, I guess they didn't get reunited, eh? I assume your presence here means you brought word of the warden hiding in Ratika? Ratika? I don't know. Found and slain, you say? I should have known. We do make quick work when we do. Like, it's what we do for sure. Ymir has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Novrant to defend them. I'm glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Great Wood. Yurku says, well, if you remember back to the beginning of the expansion, the Exarch told you that by pure chance and narrative convenience, time on the first and Saurus are current nearly. So, oh, okay, so they did address that just early on. I did not remember, so good of you to remind me, Yurku. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a lot less complicated if they don't have to deal with a huge time skip when they get back, but I do think it makes for such interesting storytelling. It was one of the, like, Shadowlands crushed a lot of hopes for WoW players, but one of the things that I thought would have been so cool is if we came back from Shadowlands and they had treated it like, you know, time was moving differently or something like that, and that was the expansion, was that, like, a lot of the world had changed so dramatically, and I thought that would have been so cool. They obviously didn't go that way. Dragonflight was its own thing, which has been pretty reasonable in regards, but I thought that would have been such a cool thing. And I think and I talk a bit about this actually in my most recent video about WoW, but with them having like all of these classic servers for WoW, I think they have such freedom to change the game even more dramatically than they have in the past. Like Cataclysm gets a lot of heat for changing some of the best maps that people really loved. But now there are those maps preserved forever, right? So the more you have these kind of different legacy servers, the more comfort WoW and other games should feel about taking big risks, which I think is always really, you know, it's difficult in storytelling, but it makes the most impressive stories when they work out. Ylmer has, okay, we just read that. Sorry, I hit the table, my bad. Speaking of Ylmer, what came of your meeting with Vothri? Oh, right, that's what they were doing. I remember we saw a little cutscene of that. Yes, about that, it proved to be Erg. Oh, what's happening with him? Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. The mystery of who this Exarch is probably the most interesting part of this expansion to me still. No doubt you all are tired as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much needed rest before we discuss our oh no, we're gonna go back to the inn and deal with our ghost who haunts us. That's what we're gonna do. I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. Am I going? Yep. Speak with the manager. Yep. I'm gonna go find a ghost. I almost guarantee it. We need to go to the Pendant's Ethernet. You'd think they'd have given you the room that was You would think so, yeah, Jamie, you really would. The Pendants. I mean, maybe I'm wrong and this isn't just an excuse for us to talk to our ghost, but I feel like that's what this break is for. But like, Seesaw, looks like you haven't rested in like the whole time we've been here, and I'll be like, yeah, my room's haunted. You're all dealing with this narrative that I'm a part of, and I've got my own thing. Welcome back, sir, returning for a full-length excursion, I take it. Well, your room has been made ready, so apparently it doesn't haunt the cleaners. If you'd care to retire, let's do it. Ooh, look at all of our goodies. Let's take some of that. I guess I'm almost level 80 too, or, I mean, we're getting close. Is this me waiting for the ghost to appear? Yeah, there he is.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
Well, that's nice. You know, I will give him this. He's not haunting me necessarily, but he's like, burdening me with his presence, if that makes sense. What will you say? I must say, stay the course for the others. And what if that changes? What if it overwhelms me? Then I suppose there's naught to do but rest. This seems like the most Warrior of Lightish thing to say.
True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it? If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there.
Fair enough.
Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal.
I really think he was telling the truth. I don't know if, like, we talked a bit about this at the end of the last stream, but I think his character is meant to seem like a deceiver and kind of chaotic. And because of that, it's meant to be that we shouldn't trust him. And because of that, it's probably the truth. That's what I think. I think everything that he said is plain facts, at least as much as he knows, because I'm sure he doesn't know everything. But I'm sure he knows more than us, and it's all truth. And a lot of our character friends are not going to believe it because it came from him. That's what I think.
If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will?
I mean, that's a question. His face.
Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascian stock in trade.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. They're trying to discredit it, and I think that only makes it more likely that it's the truth.
Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbough look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good.
Yeah, so he's just been following us, eh?
It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
It is really interesting to get to know this character more. That's the one thing that this game does so well, is that, like, any character you meet during your journey could eventually become a character of pretty interesting importance in one expansion. Which is just, it's really cool. It makes every interaction feel like there's more purpose behind it. And a lot of games do try to do this, but it's more obvious, I think, in other games, you know, who are going to be the characters of interest. And I say character, like, he's obviously not the main character, but he's pretty important. Jasandi says, ooh, my Unicorn Overloaded Collector's Edition has just arrived. Okay. What's a Unicorn Overloaded Collector's Edition? Is that, like, what is this unicorn? I need to know more details. Oh, meanwhile, we're getting a little sneak peek at something. Garlemald. We haven't dealt with this in a while. This was like the whole Black Rose storyline and stuff, right? I'm trying to think of the last thing we've dealt with over here. Oh, we had the fake version of the Stormblood guy that was going around, right? I'm trying to. It's been so long.
Scouts have to report?
Ooh, Estinians in the scene. I like this.
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
Right, and Gaius. Yeah. It's been so long since we've dealt with the story. Though I have to assume most players don't take, 2 to 3 week breaks between every playthrough. But still. Zakura says, Final Fantasy XIV does love to play with their characters in unexpected ways. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to summarize it. You just never know who's going to be important in the end.
Stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
To say nothing of Black Rose.
Yeah, there we go. It's all coming back.
All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Well, that's not good.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who?
So they're suggesting that another body is maybe being taken over by someone.
It may be that another player has joined the game.
Interesting. There's so many like little things going on. I completely forgot about this whole subplot that led us to this in the pre-patch.
Something to consider at any rate. But come, there's work to be done.
I like the snowfall here. It's really nice. I'm such a fan of wintry scenes in games.
These bloodless games make for poor sport.
Katana bearing Centurion.
Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body.
Oh, is this the person then?
Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Huh. So, I mean, that must have been the soldier that they were, literally just talking about? Maybe? I know, I won't lie. I'm a little confused, but I feel like I'm supposed to be confused at this stage in that story anyways. We're kind of just at the start of it. Oh, look at us. We did get a good night's sleep, apparently. Or at least part of the night. This doesn't look good. What did we see outside? I'm so confused. This is some interesting music. When it rains. Judging by his countenance, the manager's suites has ill tidings. Okay. I suspected that you might wake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin heaters appeared to be advancing upon the Planetarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yeah, right. We're gonna go fight. Yes, I thought you might feel that way. I cannot say that your assistance wouldn't be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may need or be in distress. The extra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace and companionship. You should have my personal gratitude if you were to, you would offer succor to those there. Okay. Sicker so hee. Huh, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we can't mount. And I've already gone too far past this, so we're just gonna. This is some weird music. Kind of feels like an alien invasion. Doot. Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Seesaw. Oh, it's Elise. I've only just returned from Erang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by Sin Eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea what is happening, or why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so would be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on the way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1. Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western too? They're ensconced on the platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. All right. Let's go turn on some anchors, I guess. So we need to go up to get to them. I just see marker for 1. What's it called? When it rains. That's funny. So do we want to go up already? I kind of think we do. I will confess, I really don't know how to navigate this city much. We kind of just go to the Crystal Tower and that's about it. And the inn, I guess. This seems reasonable. And then we just have to hope there's like a path that goes down this way. Which this looks correct. Such tense music. I'm just waiting for like every monster in the like entire expansion to converge on us. All right. 1 anchor being activated. Despite having very little idea as to how this functions, it appears that you have activated the device. Okay, good. Glad. And then the other one is just a cross over there, so this shouldn't be too hard to do. I mean, there seems to be, like, no one in the city. Like, for it to be in full-on panic. The vibes are kind of strange. Man, I am having a lot of stuttering in this city, it feels like. I don't know why. But at least we can see the nice night sky that we helped create. Oh, this one's got a cutscene. It's going to be more than just flipping it on, eh? Unless this is going to turn it on. Haven't noticed any stutters on my... Oh, that's good. It must just be on my end for some reason. Ooh, it's red or orange? Oh, I guess then it turns to like a yellow. That's cool.
City sighted! They're coming!
Oh, I guess we got here just in time before they arrived. Is kind of like the story. Oh, look how fast we can run now. What happens when they hit the dome? Oh yeah, not good for them.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
I don't know if it will for long.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Oh, there's a good point too.
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field.
I'm gonna guess we should go help.
Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Alright, we're just having a good old Sin Eater fight. Jamie says, why is it every time we turn one of those energy shields, something flies into it to test if it works? It's fair. Zakira says, the stream quality has been perfect on my end. Oh, that's perfect. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. It was just walking around the city. Maybe I just felt slow because it was such a big city and I've got such little feet. It could also be the case. Okay, we ought to join the Vanguard as soon as possible if the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, okay? Okay, so it's like one of these, item level 409. I feel like that's what we are-ish. Yeah, 404, so we're a little under-leveled for it, but we should be fine, I think. It's been a while since we've done a like a mission like this. Oh man, look at this thing. Like a bear? Some like spiders? This is the chaos I was waiting for in the city. I guess it was just not, I hadn't got to the city yet. I was waiting for this full out war and it was out here the whole time. What lovely weather. Just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. We're like, it's what we do best. Crystarium forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. Wow. I mean, straight to the point, really. Bring on the epic music. Also keep photo. Thanks, CC. What is it? CC Rifu? Thanks for joining the stream.
Give it our all.
This is one of my favorite solo duties. Okay, cool. Well, let's. I mean, it is fun to be with Alpha Node and Alize. Those are kind of my still two of my favorite for sure. Let's put Grid on. I guess I don't know if I want to tank actually, but we're gonna. Alright, does it still pull aggro even if you're against, like, NPCs? I don't know how that works. Oh wow, we are slicing through these, though. So far, not bad. All right. Do we have like a... I guess I'm just following like Alizé and stuff. I want to take on one of these bears if we can. Unless the bears are on ours. No, they mustn't be on our side. They didn't look very friendly. Those eaters, they're moving towards Radiska's round. We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need. Okay, so we're kind of following them, but killing things on the way. Makes... Oh, there we go. Yuko says, yes, it does, though some NPCs are very high multipliers and will do a very good job of keeping the mobs off you, even if you're a tank. Yeah, because I assume you don't want to, like, tank too much in one of these, because you could get, like, just tons of monsters on you. And some of the benefit of these duties is having the NPCs, like, take the heat for a bit. But it's good to know.
Leave the healing to me.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, you weren't wrong, CC. This is some intense music. Oh, we do get to fight a bear. Let's go. Timely arrival, Seesaw. I have my hands here. Okay, so are we just going around helping? I guess we'll go this way. I feel like we're just like trying to cover the like whole area. Oh, okay. There's a counter of their forces versus our forces. So I guess it's about making speed through here as well. Okay, we got all the ones on this side. I think. Wonder if we went the right way. Oh yeah, we can go help over here. I think. I guess we had to kill this one last, maybe? I just can't target this one, interestingly. Maybe I'm like defending while we're doing this. Holy cow, okay, there's a good amount of things coming in here. You know, where we were talking about drawing too much heat, this might be the case. Oh wow.
It was nothing.
It was nothing. A most impressive trick indeed. Someone hath made short work of these eaters. I like their little chat bubbles that come up. It's kind of cool. It reminds me very much of how Guild Wars 2 has like their characters talk throughout these instances. Though obviously those ones are voice acted. These ones are like almost too quick to like really read them all, but at least for me, I'm sure some people are quick. Oh yeah, we're still after this main one, hey? Well, I wouldn't say the slightly low item level has been an issue whatsoever at this point. Oh man, did they just take out our forces? Dang. Oh, they're going off together. Are we helping out the forces here? I guess we're just walking through here. Reading in your head always quicker after all. That's fair. It might be just like reading it out loud that's not doable. It is as we feared. Oh man. But our task is as it ever was, turn the tide. Are we waiting for them to come into our little circle, or what's the deal here? Oh yeah. We sure are. Alright. I'm glad we got to fight these bears. I do like their character model. I think one of these in like a dungeon or something would be pretty cool. Or like a pack of them. I don't know. I'm just a big fan of bears. Although these are like horrifying bears. Oh man, look at all of them. Well, we do look like we're turning the tide of the battle. Oh, is it the final showdown here? Looks like it. Oh man, what the heck's happening here? Should we summon some ads? Oh god. Oh, get inside. Is he gonna heal us, or what's the... Did he buff us? Yeah, I feel like he buffed us. It's cool. It's cool. We're like fighting alongside like all of the scions. We rarely get to do that with everyone. Oh man, look at all these.
will suffice. My strength is yours.
Oh, look at they're channeling ether to each other. That's cool.
The stars shall grant thee succor.
Let's give them a show! With heart and steel!
Oh my. I think we got this all wrapped up. Yuriko says, well, I've got to meet up with my Criterion static. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Oh, thanks, Yuriko. Have a good static run. Yeah, it should be good. Thanks for joining us. Have a good rest of your weekend. That was a cool kill. Oh, she doesn't look like she's doing super well, though. There are so many. Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
Who turned on you? Oh, like her companions turned into Sin Eaters, I guess? Oh, jeez. That was a sick action shot.
This one is mine!
Let that enrage the others to come help. Oh man, they are just taking down the forces. Yeah, he's just watching. I like it.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Can you do anything?
Run, damn you!
Or is it only us that can see him for some reason?
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
He can't do anything.
No, no, no. Stay back. Stay back. Help! Help!
Oh my god. This is dark.
You spare me. Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Wow. Well, that was quite the event. It was much more, you know, of an actual battle than it first seemed, which I do appreciate that it was not a false alarm. It seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course, those whose bodies remain anyway. Well, that's bleak. I assume this is, like, revenge kind of for the Exarch's meeting with Vothri. I assume that, like, that's who organized this attack, but it's unclear. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Zirko says the Lalafell waddle is so funny, especially in serious scenes. It really is. You're not wrong. Word from on high. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you could see to a few more patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so we might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Alrighty, where's pretty much just help. It's, you know, kind of what it comes down to. There's a closer one here that's a bit smaller, so let's see what we need to do over here. A dying guard, good. He seems like someone that would need help. CC says nobody understands Alala unless they want to lose their ankle privilege. Underestimates. It's fair. No one underestimates Alala. We do lots. We're brave. We managed to be brave, powerful, and still be cute. It's really quite a triumph. Hey, wheeze. Is he just gonna die in front of us? With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach out to you, but he lacks the strength to raise a hand. Wait, did we aid him? Like, did he not just die? Is that what help? I mean, this. I shouldn't laugh, but what? The best we can do is just be in the. I mean, it is something to have someone in your presence when you die, I guess, but. Man, I am slow mount speed in this map for sure. Anguished guard. Hopefully this one makes it. We're an emotional support, Lalafell. Yeah, that's fairly true. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me, I beg you. Oh man, this is like some bleak stuff. Where else are we going? Somewhere down here, eh? I wonder if they're inside the building. Can we go in here? Yeah, we can. I mean, it might have made more sense to like check outside first. Yeah, okay, let's check outside. That said, if you can, okay, they're right there. A trembling guard. He's like gonna die in this like little corner over here. Or is he like, he's scared? Don't touch me. Yeah, he's you know, panicking. I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them. I know, but oh, he had to kill like a friend. That's hard. Man, this is traumatic stuff. And here she is. I wonder how she's doing. She had all of her friends turn or whatever, all of her soldiers.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling? Shouldn't you be resting? What would the guard do without their captain? Let's see how she's doing.
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done.
It's fair.
Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again.
That or stop them
Now,
at the source.
if you will excuse me.
Everyone's got their little symbol. Because, I mean, the hard thing of fighting an enemy that can turn you into that enemy is that they're just always going to have more people. Oh, God. So she was not doing as well as, like, originally thought.
I am fine.
I wonder if she has been infected and is going to start turning and she's trying to hide it, maybe?
Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most.
Yeah, so she's going through some stuff.
We've come so far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now...
Lena's voice acting here is so good. This is where my first set of tears this expansion gave me. Yeah, this is really well done. Like, and the voice acting is very powerful.
Never see it.
Impudent worms of the Planetarium.
Ah, it was him. It was him indeed. CC says one of the best voice acted pieces right here. Yeah, it was really well done by her. Oh, he's got a little ship. That's cute.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance.
Yeah, so he coordinated the attack.
The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering, a paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity.
Their beauty and purity.
You not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
Well, don't like him. I'll say that much. Like, who comes and just taunts, like, the wounded after a fight that they started? Small favors. Lina is gazing solemnly upward, and it is not difficult to guess what occupies her mind. Vothri's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give us a little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect my performance of my duties, especially not now. I mean, yeah, I see. Her voice acting was really good. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from the Sin-Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagrix still. Please give them my thanks. Alright, let's go see where Thancred is. Alright, let's teleport. How about... Yeah, he's not great, is he? Kind of, like, I wonder if he's going to be, like, the final boss of the expansion. It would seem weird to fight him. My guess at the moment is that he eventually, like, becomes a Sin-Eater, and then we fight him at some point. That would be my guess, but I don't know if that'll happen. Let's find our way out of here. Is this the medical place? Oh yeah, right here. You're here for me. I'm sorry to put you to the trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taken it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had opposite effects. She's gone off to the Hortorium obstinately to fetch herbs for Chesamile. But just talk to her, will you? Oh, he's one of the, I guess, healing people. That makes sense. Where'd she go? All the way over there. I wonder if there was a better way for me to get here. This is probably good, though, for me to, like, have to deal with a little bit of maneuvering. Although I could go to the Crystallian Mine, and that might make things quicker. Let's do that. And then, where do we need to go? I feel like not there. Do we need to go down a level? Is that what needs to happen here? Maybe I should have gone over here. Yeah, I feel like I should be like a lower level down. I wonder if I can just jump off here. It does not appear. Oh, there you go. Okay. Do I need to be even like lower? Yeah, it's down, eh? Can I go into here? Oh well, alright. It's the easy way to get down. Just normal, how people should have arrived here. It's near the library, or you can just jump down the big tree. Thank you. The big tree it is. That was the play. It's a cool little spot. Oh my god, I can't click her. There you go. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. I don't know if people who are like lost in thought like to be poked, but let's give it a go. I also didn't type gentle poke. I just typed poke. Eep. Oh, Seesaw, what are you doing here? Thancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's my fault. You can make up for it by being there for him. Then you'll be wanting to get those herbs for the heal. Wow, both of those are like... Neither of these are saying it's not her fault, which I would say, you know, it was in a war. She helped, like, she did... If she didn't do what she did, Lena would be a Sin Eater right now. So I don't know... Saying it's her fault is like the best way for us to go. I like the second one because it's less like on the nose about me agreeing with her being her fault. Love says to think you die when you fell like that. Yeah. I mean, if I was in combat, it would not be good. Could you imagine to survive as a war and then dies by falling down a tree on the way to get some herbs? Oh, what have I done? I promised I'd be right back, yet here I am. I know that I need to be better. I'm only allowed to be a part of this because I'm Minfilia, and I need to be more like her. All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. But you're right. I can still help, if only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesamile. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant, in an unmistakable medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs of it. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesamile. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Does this mean we have to, like... Is this just going to be the right herb, or do I have to, like, go and explore a bunch of herbs? This plant has soft leaves and smells strongly. Well, that sounds decent. Alright, nice. It's weird that they're not kept, like, together, but it's what it is. Okay, that was pretty easy. And, like, opposed to even trying to get back out, we're just going to do this. Because I know it's not going to go well. All right. Hello, Chessima. Wow, she did beat us back. I feel like I was pretty quick, too. And Philia told me that you would be bringing the rest. Here you go. Let's make Thancred all better. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spegrix in good working order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight, not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? Who's this? We do. Was there something you needed? Wounded guard. I need to tell him something. I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Vothri said is true, if our losses were just deserts, and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think I think we're wrong to fight them. And I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My goodness, I'm getting a little rough near the end here. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him, you have my word. Dun, 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 dun. All right, what's next on the agenda? The best way out. Thancred seems keen to quit the infirmary. That makes sense. If you're ready, why not go ahead to the ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass along the message, eh? Okay, it seems like we're going to have a little wrap-up conversation with the Exarch. And then after that, we'll probably call it for today. But let's find out I mean, it's very clear that it was Vothri who organized the attack. I figured that's what we were going to discuss, like who caused it, but that seems to be very obvious now. So I don't know what our next move is. Crystarium Gatekeeper. Do you have business with the Exarch? We do, in fact. Jasandi says, no! Sorry, Jasandi. We're getting close to the hour-and-a-half mark, and that's always where I get, like, slippery with my reading. There's just so much reading in this, which is nice, but it does take a toll. Let's see what Exarch has to say. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them out of from the jaws of death. Would that they not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the loss, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret to be my constant companion. I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. Yeah, it's getting rough. What will you say? We have some time before the others arrive, if you'd like to talk. Seems nice. Jamie says, for blessing, I don't think there's been any Urianger at this tree. That's actually is a blessing. You're super right about that. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know. No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you. Dun, 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 dun. I was just like the chandelier. I was like, what are we looking at? It's a cool camera angle. Look at us all here together.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Well, I will say I'm very happy that it's a voiced scene, because I was hoping to not have to like butcher my way through it. Oh, look who it is.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
I mean, he obviously did it.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
Yeah, if anything, this suggests like we need to fight him even more.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
Oh.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
So I guess we were actually in a lot more danger than we originally thought when we went to go visit his city initially, because we could have just gotten mind-controlled.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight.
An abandoned mine sounds
I never hoped
spooky.
to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia.
Oh, interesting. So that she would be able to help us find the specific location of the Wardens. Gisanti says, "Ooh, dungeon next stream." Oh, is there a dungeon coming up? I assume for another Warden, maybe in a mine shaft, perhaps.
If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back.
Oh, she can summon her back.
What do you think?
Oh no, that's Thancred's feelings.
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now.
Oh, he's got some truth bombs to share about this. I like it.
The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
And who do we want to win? Do we want Menphilia now, or do we want Menphilia of the past? That's a complicated question, specifically for the Menphilias.
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be?
At least the answer is easy, since they both have the same name. That's fair, Jamie. That's I can't argue with you there.
Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, It's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
He's furious. Gosh, Emmett is such a great character. He really is. I really, really enjoyed that. Let's speak to them in Philly a little bit, and then let's wrap this up. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Oh, for sure. I think this is a really cool... I've got low stakes in this compared to Thancred, so I'm excited to see how it shakes up. Wait for Minfilia. Okay. Where are we supposed to... Oh, it's raining. That's nice. Okay, so we're meeting there probably to go. But I think this is a good spot at the end. It was actually a very, you know, like a good little chapter section we did here of the whole like attack on the city and stuff. So that was good. But hopefully you all enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for joining me in chat. It always makes so much of a difference having people to, you know, share their comments and their own personal experiences with the story while I go through it. Specifically in this one, talking about the voice acting there of the wounded soldiers and Lena and stuff like that. It always, you know, it's always nice. Very, very timely for a 90-minute stream. Yeah, it was like the perfect segmented piece of story, which is always really nice. Sunday says you should talk whether characters before continuing the quest. You should talk weather characters before continuing the quest. Drop some lore sometimes. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That's fair. There's a few things I should do in the city. Like, I think I also have to do some of my, like, job quests now. Not job quests, but role quests. There's more that I should likely do to progress things as well. Talk to the other characters, I see. Yeah. Gives little snippets of stuff. That's fair. I could do that. Also, the crossover quests. There's no shortage of things to do, and that's what I do like that a lot about this game. There's for new players that enter the game, there is just like a mountain of content to get through, which is so nice, but sometimes overwhelming. But yeah, again, thank you everyone who joined the stream. Hopefully you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for joining.